Greetings, brethren. I was watching the trailer for the season 3 of the show, The Chosen, and something confused me of what they had Jesus say, and I would say it's not totally heretical, but the problem I have with it is that he nowhere says this phrase. So I'd like to go to that clip. So enjoy.
If you do not renounce your words, we will have no choice but to follow the law of Moses. I am the law of Moses.
So the problem I have with it is just not that. It's just Jesus doesn't say it. So I mean, it's not totally heretical. I mean, you could see the implication, but he never says it in Scripture. So he's not the law. I mean, he's the truth. He's an embodiment, the embodiment of truth. But he's not the law that was given to Moses. That's the thing. Um, Jesus being God, he is the lawgiver. You know, God, Isaiah 33:22, for the Lord is our judge, the Lord is our lawgiver, the Lord is our king, he will save us. Now, I watched the the director of The Chosen explain on his live stream that it came from when Jesus preached in the synagogue in Nazareth. So I pulled it up. It came from Luke 4. So this what Jesus said in this instance. And Jesus returned in the power of the Spirit in Galilee, and there went out a fame of him through all the region round about, and he taught in their synagogues, being glorified of all. And he came to Nazareth, where he had been brought up, and as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day and stood up for to read. And he delivered unto him the book of the prophet Isaiah, or the prophet Isaiah. And when he had opened the book, he found the place where it's written, and the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath appointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He hath sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised, to preach the acceptable year of the Lord. And he closed the book. And he closed the book. And he gave it again to the minister, and sat down. And the eyes of all them that were in the synagogue were fastened on him. And he began to say unto them, this day is the scripture fulfilled in your ears. And all of them that bear witness wondered at the gracious words which proceeded out of his mouth. And they said, is not this Joseph's son? And later, and all they that in the synagogue. So that's why he said that this was that he took the Isaiah scroll, read from it, closed it up, and they were all enraged that he applied this scripture to him. And all they in the synagogue, when they heard these things, were filled with wrath. And he rose up and thrust him out of the city, and led him unto the brow of the hill whereon their city was built, and they might cast him down headlong. But he, passing through the midst of them, went his way. So the only indication here is that they were filled with wrath. So they were taking creative liberties, saying such thing like, we have to judge you according to the law of Moses. And the only indication here is that they were filled with wrath. And so, but him saying, I am the law of Moses, there's no indication in here. So, the only thing I can think of, he was to fulfill the law. If this is their kind of same difference, that he was here to fulfill the law, if that's what they're meaning, but that's not what he said in that scripture, in that instance. So if they're like telling a story, and they put these words in his mouth at that time, then they're kind of distorting scripture. Um, Plus, this is to the disciples, not to the Sanhedrin. Um, Matthew 5:17-18, or the Sanhedrin, or the people at the synagogue, um, either when he was tried or when he was in the synagogue. Matthew 5:17-18, I think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I come not to destroy, but to fulfill. Verily I say to you, till heaven and earth pass, not one jot or one tittle shall no wise pass from the law, uh, till all be fulfilled. So he came to fulfill the law. That's their roundabout way to say that he's fulfilling the law. But I mean, him being God, He's the truth. He's the epitome of the law. He's the embodiment of truth, the Word, God's revelation. He used to reveal the Father. But He's the law according to Moses, the law of Moses. That's what it means. No, He came to fulfill the law according to Moses. So that's why I have a problem. That they put those words in His mouth. One of a kind of particular sayings, as a particular saying that he says. I only think he is the truth, the way, and life, yes, and God is the truth. He is the one that gives the law. He's the, in his character, he's the epitome embodiment of the truth. But other than that, I don't see it. Other than that, truth, word. But I am the law. I am the law of Moses. I don't know. Unless other words that he's the lawgiver, or that he is the word, But no, the problem I have, don't put words in Jesus' mouth when he doesn't say it. Take liberties. So that's why I have. That's my opinion. So we'll see you next time. Thank you. Take care.